Hey fish fam, fishy friends, it's Bob with Kaler's Aquatics. Welcome back. I just wanted to give a brief, quick tour of the rainbow setup. So far, most of the fish are doing well. I'll show you one I'm concerned about, and I'm probably going to start some meds on. We'll see. But I got 8 different rainbows. 3 were turquoise that were leftovers Stan had had for a while, and I wanted to add those to my existing turquoise. They've done fine. They're in one of my 40 breeder turquoise tanks, turquoise rainbow tanks, and the other 7 are in here. The tank on the right top, I started to say the right top left, the tank on our right top, that tank, is empty at this moment. The bags that are floating have names on them. I have not had the leisure time to go through and label these from the packing orders. The names are abbreviated on there, and I am not knowledgeable with rainbow names, scientific names at all. So I'm just going to spend a minute or two at each tank, and we might be able to figure out who they are. If I know, I'll say. If I don't, what I'm feeding is just a little bit of spirulina brine. And I did feed everybody last night as well. Everybody was a good eater then. I haven't fed them all day. This is almost midnight, 11 p.m. 24 hours, over 24 hours they've been here and in tanks. So they're very social. They come right up to eat. These guys, I can see in my mind's eye what they look like when they're adults, but I cannot. There we go. There's one that's might be asleep back there. That one is not eating. I've got my step stool here, so if he doesn't come out and eat with the other 5, I'll come back and make sure that he eats. They're nice and fasted, so I wanted to go kind of slow with them. Last night it was bug bites, and let them eat about as much as they've had right there. So their bag is impossible to reach. This is a collection point, I believe, so these fish may not even have a name at this point. So that was those guys. These guys here are really cool as well. All of these fish, you know, are juveniles, and they're not colored up, and they don't have adult colors. So the dogs hear me talking back here. Sorry about that, but any of you that follow me know that my dogs bark sometimes. Can't do much about it. So yeah, these guys are eating well. There's one down here that didn't eat as well that time. I don't know if they're gonna let food get down to him or not. Trying to get some down there to him. Let's see. To it. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah. Sometimes it's just making sure a fish that's not as energetic or as outgoing, competitive for food, just make sure it gets some to. Yeah, he had 3 or 4 pieces there at least, and he's still looking for more. He'll probably pick up those on the bottom. Yeah, there he goes. These tanks don't have anything in them right now, just water. The top ones just have air stones. They don't even have filtration. Got heat and 1 rock. I decided to kind of, that one still is back there. It hadn't eaten, so I'll be getting up there in a moment to see what's going on. Kind of building these around them. I have lots of stuff to put in. I have some choices. I've actually got this one, the air stone, turned off because I was just working with it, I'm going to put the top ones on either box filters or sponge filters. I have not made my mind up yet, so that's why the air stones. Look at these guys. Good eaters too, but all 6 of them ate. The one I have a little concern about, these are gonna be gorgeous. When they get bigger, you can almost see the pattern on them now. Well, I'm having trouble finding the one. There's one that has a fin that I'm watching, a right pectoral fin, but I don't see any of these I'm concerned about, but it is this tank. So maybe it's already better. It didn't look fuzzy, it just looked like it needed to be watched, if that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna go straight down. I don't know if I showed what these are or if I would know what they are. Yeah, whatever that is. I'll get the order out. They didn't come with like a packing order. So, G multi. Okay. So I'm gonna sit down here if I can get my stool. I'm trying to move this along and keep it short. These are wanting to eat. They ran up there. These are Blythe River. I can read that. So let's see if they're hungry. They were real good eaters last night. There we go. And you might notice that I have a different filter in here, which has fallen apart. These were recommended by local fish store, and if they just have design flaws in them, is my opinion of them so far. They keep falling apart, but they have a great concept, but it's sometimes like the first phase of a new design isn't completely tested out. Basically what happens is the filter towers there have sponge and they have media in them, and they sit on that T-bar, but they're easy to pull in and out, so they fall out very easily, I've found, and I probably bumped that one on the way out, so I'll put it back together. Let me get a little more food here in my Halloween cup. Those guys had plenty of food. These are millenniums, which we all know, and they're not rare at all. They're a little pricey, and this was a really, really nice line that Dan had, and that's basically why he got them, because he had a really good source for them, and they look good. So let me see if these guys will come up and eat. They have, you see the difference in the fish, and they can't see each other, by the way. These are tanks that I got from LFS. They're changing their tanks out, and they're a couple of years old and maybe even older. See, they're starting to come up there. But just the difference, remember I was rattling the bag around over there, and those guys were up there like, what do you got, what do you got? And these are a little bit shyer, but you know what, looks like there's 3 males and 3 females, just from what I can tell looking at them. That would be great. I think Dan probably saw the same thing there. 2 more to go. I got the turquoise like I mentioned, and they're doing great. And then I got 5 of the orange, the yellow tetras, but they're not called yellow tetras. Anyway, they're yellow in color, but these are orange. And they're doing great. In fact, I'm going to feed that room after this one. Oh, I don't have to move just yet, so let's not move yet. I'm trying to get the bag over to see it. These are a collection point, I believe. I think TABUBIL, but I'll get these tanks tagged. I just haven't had time, you know, while getting these in and getting everything set up. I'm still having to take care of 50 other tanks, fresh and salt. So I've got to keep all that up. I can't get behind, and I almost got behind on my water changes, but I got caught up just a little bit ago. Still got salt water to do tomorrow, which is Monday, and then my rack tanks. I could get them done by 2 or 3 in the morning, but I've had enough. Still got to feed all the other tanks too. This is the only fish I've fed yet tonight. Like I said, it's going to be midnight in a few moments. These guys are going to be just gorgeous, gorgeous. They're good eaters. It's definitely worth taking the time to be still and not spook them. And I'm probably going to put down a thin layer. That's some of the filter media that spilled out of that one when it fell off or got knocked off by me, got knocked off the end, and you see it's working its way out. I'm not sure that they don't vibrate themselves out. I don't know, but I may be expecting too much from them, but I'm going to give them the good old college try. But I've got to pick that media up and put it back in there. I was a little disgusted with it earlier, so I'll do it when I fix this other one over here. But that's all that is media. So they ate good, and these are up here asking for more. So let me give them a little more. They really haven't had a chance to get to know me yet and to know that I feed them, except for, you know, the little bit of pellets that I gave them last night. You know, I've tried to leave them alone today as much as possible. But they're going to be getting sponge filters up top. If not tonight, tomorrow. I just kind of want to compare unofficially for myself basically how the sponges and these other filters do. Alright. These guys are very food motivated, but they were earlier. Remember I was saying look at the difference. So these are my good eaters here. I like good eaters. Yeah, makes my job easy. These are coming around though. There's a couple more. These tanks are not cycled, and neither is the media. And what I will be doing, they've been in here 24 hours. Due to the volume of water, that buys me a little bit of time, and I can always throw a pinch of safe in if I need to, but I'd rather not start down that road. I'm going to squeeze some sponges into these when the time is right, and I figure that will be between 2 and 3 days. I'll test the water tomorrow. No point in testing it till it starts to have some parameters to measure. All right, and let me get a little more food. Sorry, before I move, so I don't have to scoot back over there. Step stool. Sorry, still got stuff in here I have to move out of my way. All right, there are 6 fish somewhere in here. These are the, yeah, whatever that says. I think it's Rawa. I think it's a collection point. That's why it's not ringing any bells. But they are hovered against the back. Let's see if there they come. There they come. And these, I think, will end up being my favorites. By the way, these tanks do connect underneath. The water flows underneath them. Not at a brisk rate, but they do have circulation between them, so that helps a lot. if I were to medicate one, I would be medicating all of them, not just one. If I were. I'm hoping that's not going to happen. So far, I don't see any indication for it. Fish get stressed out though. These guys have been in QT a few weeks, so poor little Rico in there barking. He wants his supper. He demands his supper. See if these guys come back over. Oh, they're down there. And then I'll feed the three up top just a few more bites. But yeah, they're all looking good. They're doing great. I am going to put a little substrate in here. I think it's just going to be like small pea gravel. I am going to put a plant or two in each. They've got their rock just to have some structure. And that's probably going to pretty much be it. We just need to grow them out. That's going to take a couple months. So lots of good food. Alrighty. Hey kiddos. I need to remember that one back there that didn't eat. It's still back up in the corner. That's actually something I took out of a salt tank because it's a very reliable thermometer. There's a hydrometer, I think, on it, but that part's broken. Let's see if I can get some fish out. Where are they? Nope. The good thing about having the blue, on the sides, we can't see anything and he can't see us. So I hope that went in the tank. I think I put in more than I wanted in there. That's okay. Just determined not to eat though. Determined not to eat. The others are all doing great. There's another one that's below him there. Wow. Can't get a focus. It's like I said, there it's turning a little bit. So that one and that one I'm keeping an eye on. The other one ate a while ago. Here, Tilly, let me have this. Might as well get them up here now, because I know I'll be back if I don't. And I'm going to go ahead and shut this video off. But I just wanted, several people have been asking to see them, so not a whole lot to see yet, unless you're a rainbow person. They are some stunning fish. Golly, they're skinny. I like my fish fat, so they're not skinny. To me, they are though. Everybody a second round. Love to see fish race around and try to get food away from each other. I've got a pump that's vibrating a little bit. Let's see what happens here. I don't want anything to do with any kind of food. Okay, I dropped it right on their heads. I thought I did. There we go. I scared that one out that wasn't eating at all. I don't know where it went. Probably over there. And the other one stayed there. So I'll work with this for a bit. Thank you guys. Leave me any questions or comments down below. and I'll update in a couple of days.